UFC's debut in Saudi Arabia in 2024 was nuts, and now the promotion is cranking things up a notch for their second event in the kingdom, where fans are in for a striking extravaganza like no other. In the co-main event, British kickboxing sensation Michael Venom Page faces off against the ferocious one-eyed warrior Sharaputdin Magomedov from Dagestan. In the main event, former middleweight champion Israel Adesanya hopes to stage a dramatic comeback against the tough and talented Nassourdine Imavov. Who will come out on top? Let's find out. Let's start with the co-main event between Michael Page and Sharaputdin because it's a stylistic treat that promises fireworks. On one hand, you've got MVP with his flashy, unorthodox striking that keeps opponents on their toes, and on the other, Magomedov, whose aggression and knockout power have him climbing the ranks of the middleweight division. The matchup is razor close. The fight is guaranteed to be an exciting, all-out striking battle because both men are known for their striking, but neither is particularly known for their grappling. MVP's striking is a nightmare to prepare for. The Brit uses a wide karate-style stance, bouncing and constantly switching directions. His feints keep opponents guessing, and his lightning-fast hands only add to his opponent's problems. Page's approach is all about setting up his attacks with patience and precision. Magomedov, on the other hand, brings a more traditional Muay Thai style, which is powerful, aggressive, and with a solid foundation. If he can't get the rhythm against MVP's unpredictable movement, he could struggle to land the big shots he's known for. Magomedov's strength lies in his ability to pressure his opponents and land heavy shots. He's a natural middleweight with knockout power and relentless forward pressure. If he can cut off MVP's movement or trap him against the cage, it's possible he could land something big that changes the fight. However, MVP's speed and elusive movement could be the difference maker. The Brit is not a volume striker, but a sniper. His quickness allows him to land clean shots while avoiding damage in return. The question is, can MVP keep the distance and avoid Magomedov's power? One thing in MVP's favor is his counter-striking ability. He's a master at waiting for his opponents to make mistakes and then capitalizing on those openings. Magomedov's aggressive style might leave him vulnerable to counters if he overextends, and MVP's ability to exploit that could give him an advantage. However, Magomedov is durable with a strong chin, so MVP strikes will need to be on point to get through. Defensively, MVP is very good at evading strikes. He uses his movement and footwork to stay out of range and avoid taking damage. Magomedov's power, though, could still be a concern if he forces MVP into exchanges or traps him against the cage. If this fight goes to the judges, MVP's ability to control the pace and land clean, precise shots could be a factor in his favor. Magomedov will need to land heavy shots and keep up the pressure to make his case for a win. MVP moving up in weight adds an interesting element to this fight. It's a bold move, but it comes with risk. Magomedov, who is accustomed to middleweight power and size, will likely have the physical edge. However, if MVP can use his speed and technique to offset the size difference, it would be a statement win. In the end, this is a fight between two high-level strikers with contrasting styles. MVP's speed, counter-striking, and precision make him a threat, while Magomedov's pressure, power, and durability give him plenty of ways to win. It's a clash that could go either way, but I'm leaning towards MVP by decision. His speed and counter-striking should give him the edge in this matchup, especially if he can keep the fight at range and avoid the heavy shots Magomedov can land. Magomedov is dangerous, no doubt, and he could land something big if he closes the distance. But MVP's skills and experience could give him the win in what's sure to be an exciting back-and-forth fight. Let's talk about the main event between Israel Adesanya and Nassourdine Imavov now. The fight is a serious test for Adesanya. We've seen him reign as champion, but now we're going to find out if he can handle a fresh contender in Imavov with his back against the wall after his recent run of losses. Imavov brings a well-rounded and composed style to the table. His striking is on point, especially his jab, which he uses to control range and set up his combinations. He's not the kind of guy who swings wildly. Everything he throws is sharp, calculated, and purposeful. Imavov's calm demeanor under pressure is another weapon in his arsenal. He doesn't panic when opponents push the pace or get aggressive. Instead, he stays composed, sticks to his game plan, and waits for his openings. Imavov's ability to stay cool under fire makes him a tough puzzle to solve inside the cage. He's a hard guy to rattle, and he's just as dangerous in close quarters as he is at range. In the clinch, Imavov shines bright as he is excellent at landing sharp elbows and knees in tight spaces, and this aspect of his game adds another layer to his offensive toolkit. While Imavov's striking is his primary weapon, his clinch work and ability to mix in grappling make him a more complete fighter, one who can give even the most seasoned strikers a tough time. One of Imavov's most impressive traits is his ability to adapt his game. While his grappling isn't often the focal point, when he chooses to use it, he's effective. Against Edmund Shabazian, for instance, he controlled the ground game with pressure and added ground and pound to secure the finish. This means that Imavov is versatile, and that makes him a dangerous fighter who's capable of mixing things up in ways that can catch his opponents off guard. If he can blend his striking with pressure and mix in some grappling against Adesanya, this could be a very competitive and intriguing fight. In short, Imavov isn't just another striker. He's a versatile fighter who can handle himself in multiple areas. His ability to stay composed, control distance, and stay aggressive makes him a tricky test for anyone, even Israel Adesanya. But despite the potential challenges Imavov poses, Adesanya's skill set is just on another level. Let's face it, Adesanya's been in the cage with some of the best in the world. He's faced Robert Whittaker, Paulo Costa, and Alex Pereira among others, and his ability to adapt and evolve against these behemoths of the sport has been on display every time. Adesanya's key in this fight starts with managing the pace and keeping Imavov under pressure, because although Imavov tends to handle pressure well, he slows down when pressured consistently, as seen in his fight with Strickland. Can Adesanya put the same amount of pressure on him as Strickland did? If Adesanya can keep the pressure on Imavov and drag him into the championship rounds, he can wear Imavov down and potentially break him. The other factor that will play a key role in this fight is Adesanya's counter-striking. We know how effective the last stylebender is at picking apart opponents who try to exchange with him at range. Imavov, while composed, tends to struggle when opponents push the pace and force him to fight on the back foot. If Adesanya can get in his face and make him uncomfortable, we could see Imavov start to panic, and the Nigerian New Zealander is just a menace to fight when you're panicking. Experience is another area where Adesanya holds the advantage. He's faced top-level competition for years, and that experience matters. Imavov, on the other hand, hasn't faced someone of Adesanya's caliber. While Imavov has done well against tough opponents, he hasn't been tested by a fighter with Adesanya's level of technical striking and game planning. Imavov's grappling is solid, but it's not elite. He's shown vulnerability against strong grapplers like Brendan Allen, who was able to control him on the ground. Adesanya, on the other hand, has shown time and time again that his takedown defense is top-notch. Even against high-level wrestlers, Izzy's been able to keep the fight standing where he thrives. Unless Imavov has drastically improved his grappling, he's unlikely to find success in that department against Adesanya. While Imavov is a dangerous and well-rounded fighter, Adesanya's skill set and experience make him the clear favorite in this fight. If the fight stays standing, it's hard to see how Imavov can match Adesanya's striking and movement. Adesanya's counter-striking, pressure, and ability to control the pace will likely be the difference in this fight. Imavov may be a unique threat, but Adesanya's ability to adapt and manage a fight makes him the fighter to beat in this one. Who do you think will win the co-main and main event at UFC Saudi Arabia? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. If you liked the video, please subscribe to our channel and turn on those notifications. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.